It's a great honor to speak following the QED folks who I think are not just bringing some of the best ideas from around the world together, but also innovating and creating something which is unique in its quality and unique in its tailoredness to the needs of the students in India. So it's really exciting to be here and really exciting to work with you guys. So my talk is entitled Advancing the Science of Learning with Educational Data Mining. Is there a way to? Awesome. See if I can figure out how to use this. I'm not very good with technology. So we live in a world of big data, as Dr. Krishna's talk introduced. And every day we create tons and tons of big data with everything we do, whether it be walking with a pedometer or having meetings, using a cell phone, using a computer. And I'd like to start my discussion of big data with a discussion of cookies. Who here likes cookies? I only saw half the hands. I guess the other half of you don't like cookies, so. Yeah, okay, fair enough. So in specific, I'd like to talk about internet browser cookies, which may not be quite as popular. They track everything you do on the internet. And my internet browser cookies happen to know everything there is to know about me. They know I'm fluent in English and Portuguese. They know I've got two little kids, Maria and Francisco. They know I'm a college professor. They know I read Kindle documents, but I do it on an iPad, which is kind of weird. They know I travel internationally for work. I like operas by Philip Glass. And I love Barney the Dinosaur and watch tons of Barney the Dinosaur videos online. It's definitely me, right? That's what my online profile says. And all this information, all this big data is used for the noble purpose of selling me more stuff. But the cool thing about big data is you can use it for more than just selling more stuff. You can use it to benefit science. And in the last decades, it's been used to benefit climate science. Here's a picture of the massive hurricane that hit my city about a year ago. It's been used to benefit physics, where literally billions, trillions, quadrillions of particle collisions are studied in order to find out about the basic nature of reality at laboratories like CERN and Fermilab. And in biology, where the professor here is a world expert in bioinformatics, which has helped to transform the practice of biological research and of medicine. And the moment's arriving where we can obtain and utilize similar amounts of data about education. One of the places where this has particularly happened in the United States is in the context of online learning, where more and more, in the early 80s, every American school got computers, pretty much, and so they said, hey, let's use this in school to try to create online learning experiences. And so we have things like Science Assessment / INKITs, which in many ways is taking the kind of things that QED does, putting them online. I personally don't think it's quite as exciting to watch a simulation of a bag inflating as to actually watch somebody do that kind of really impressively live. But there are online simulations where you can change the parameters of the simulation, change what you're experimenting with, and see what happens. And there are systems like EcoMove where you go around a world environment, picking up objects, talking to people, taking them to the lab. Again, not quite as rich as doing it live, but it creates a very scalable experience. Homework substitution systems, where instead of the kid doing their homework on paper and getting the answer the next day maybe from the teacher, the system actually in real time says, no, this is wrong and here's a hint. And systems like Zombie Division, where you learn math by killing skeletons, and Reasoning Mind, where math problems are embedded into story context. These have become increasingly popular in the United States especially, where systems like Reasoning Mind are used by the majority of kids in Texas, or Assessments over on the right are used by the majority of kids in Massachusetts and Maine. The great thing of these kind of systems is that every single thing the student does is logged. Every 5 seconds, whenever the student puts in an answer, the system is tracing it and tracing everything it means. That's a great source of data, but it's not the only source of educational data. You don't need educational data mining and learning analytics started with this kind of big data from online learning, but one of the exciting things about this day and age is how we're moving into other areas of data. For example, if you're giving kids assignments and you do it in the right way, the data can be entered in and you can use that to track student learning. Attitude and career surveys. Do folks use attitude and career surveys in India? Yeah. In America, they're very big as well. Every kid takes